Hello, amazing beings. How are you today? I want to start today with a little bit of gratitude. I am so incredibly grateful for all of you. We it's been wonderful to see the group grow so fast. We've had 900 people join in the last couple months. So I just wanted to hop on here and definitely welcome all the newcomers. And if you've joined us in the last couple of months, you're one of those people. And of course, I am super grateful for all my original gangsters, people who've been sticking around, following me for a little while. So just grateful for you guys. Wanted to start today with that. I really appreciate those of you who tune in, and I'm also extremely grateful for those of you who've been asking questions. There's been a lot of questions up in your world, people sharing their journeys. I'm super grateful for a lot of you have been really vulnerable and open with me, and I don't take that lightly. I'm truly honored that you trust me and that you open up to me that way. And share your story with me. I love your stories and I love your journeys. And yeah, I'm just here to help you on your journey if I can. And there's lots of free resources here in the group. If you're here right now, if you can either give me a thumbs up or comment, let me know you're here. Make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? So today, just wanted to touch in on understanding the psychic clairs a little bit. And I'm going to start today, and I know I've said this before, and if you've heard it before, that's awesome. Thanks, Sean. Great to hear you. Hello from Baton Rouge. Awesome. Hi. Hello, I just joined, but I'd like to listen to it completely. Awesome. Can hear you. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you guys for your comments. That's super helpful because sometimes I'm like, am I talking to somebody or not? So great to see you all here. This is so cool. So I've said this before, and I just want to re-emphasize this. It's just something that I'm really hearing a lot of, and I think thank you. I think it's really important that we remember there is no one or nothing more powerful than you. And what do you know that you know? And I'm asking you those questions and I'm pointing that out because I know it's super easy to, one, make beings without bodies more powerful than you, make your awareness like you have to somehow get your awareness validated by somebody else. You actually don't. Your awareness is yours and yours alone. Some people will get it, most won't. So I recommend not even sharing. And I've heard we have a few different people in the group that were like institutionalized before because of what they knew and what they saw. But stuff like that happens because we share that information with the wrong people. So today it's really important that you are honoring what you know and what you perceive, but that you don't necessarily just go telling everyone that. And it's why I created this group is I really wanted you guys to feel safe, to feel like you could share things in this group. You are welcome to share things in this group. And if you're new to the group, I'm also asking you guys, do not judge, do not cast your own opinions on people. Just be there for them, and whatever their experience is, it may not make sense to you, but if you could just have their back and not judge them, I would be incredibly grateful, because I want this space to be a safe space for everybody, right? So just first and foremost, know how grateful I am you're here, and then just really have each other's back in this group, support each other, celebrate each other. When somebody has a win or they start to open up more or something happens for them, let's celebrate with them. And I'm going to be right there along with you, celebrating as you open and enhance your gifts. And I really wonder what else is possible. So, all of that being said, thank you again for those of you who are here live. It's great to see you. So, there's Claire's, it's Psychic Claire's. For those of you who don't know, there's clairvoyance, which is you can see things, clairaudience, you can hear things, clairsentience, you can feel things. And then there's claircognizance, which is you know things. And that was why I kind of started with it, was like, what do you know that nobody else knows? There's like, I know we're taught that we're going to know something and then we have to have somebody else say that it's true so that we believe it. But I really want you to not trust anybody else, but trust you. Don't even trust me. Trust you. Trust what you know. And when you start to really know things, you're going to be like, whoa, what just happened, right? Because it just starts to open this magic. And if you acknowledge what you know and you acknowledge what you perceive and feel and hear and see, then those capacities get greater. But I'm also going to throw this in there. I like to bring the opposite in, right? It's really easy for you to look at somebody else who maybe is clairvoyant, because that's what I was when I first started, was clairvoyant. Means I could see things, but I couldn't hear things. So I don't know about you, but I had to play charades with my team because they had to try to get me to understand because I couldn't hear them. And that was because I wasn't comfortable with hearing yet, right? So I was like, I heard a woman crying outside of me in a graveyard, and when that happened, I shut it down. So I was not ready to hear voices or things outside of me that didn't have a body, right? So I share that for a couple reasons. One, I want to encourage you to not compare whatever gifts you have right now are what are perfect for you, right? The universe will never give you anything you cannot handle. So if clairvoyance is the way things are showing up for you, then that's the way they're showing up for you. But maybe they're not showing up for you as clairvoyant. So don't judge that. Just be like, okay, I'm clairaudient. I can hear things, or I just know things. And you know what? The knowing one might actually be a little bit more difficult because you'd be like, I don't know how I know. I don't know where this is coming from. I just know it, right? And you know when you know. It's this like when I know, like right now, like I know this, right? So I'm getting full body chills, right? When you know something, or the universe is confirming that you know something, you might get those chills too. Or there's something else in you that you're like, yeah, there's no question, right? And then acknowledge when you're having those moments of knowing, because then you're like, yep, I know this. And then it will get even greater. Yeah. So Sean says, I love this. Sean says, the chills are the tell that you're saying what needs to be said and keep going. Awesome. So that's how it shows up for Sean. That's so cool, right? And how does that knowing show up for you? How does that confirmation show up for you? And I encourage you to even be asking for, okay, maybe you don't have one yet, but you could just be like, universe, what is my confirmation that this is true for me, or that I know this? And allow the universe to show that to you. And it might happen right away, it might take some time, but for you, it allows you to have that communion between you and the universe that doesn't require anybody else to validate. You and I know this is difficult for human beings. It was difficult for me for a really, really long time. I looked everywhere outside of myself for validation. I lived I looked I wanted people to like me. I wanted people to tell me I was doing the right thing. I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to be right, right? Um, we have another person that says, "My calm." That's awesome, right? Yeah, like you have that knowing. You're like, "Oh wow, just relax." Just that's cool. I love that. So, um, yeah, so I just wanted to encourage you, first of all, is to you can start to ask for some of you who are here, you've had your gifts for a while, some of you are brand new, some of you are just now starting to open. So whatever you do, just keep being grateful for what's showing up and acknowledging what's showing up, and it will grow. But if you get into that, like comparing yourself to your neighbor or thinking that you should be farther along, I had that one too, years and years and years, of thinking I should be farther along by now. I still have it sometimes. I'm like, "Yeah, I should probably know this by now." Ah, whatever. You get it when you get it. And, um, and yeah, just be patient with yourself, but start to ask for what it is you want. So if you're I had a friend who she'd have full-on conversations with her team, so she could hear them, right? And I thought, "Oh, that'd be really cool." So I started to ask for that, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'd really like to see like you. So I'm gonna ask to see." And then when she started to see, guess what happened? She was like, "Nope, thanks." She got a little freaked out and she shut it down. And then that's the other thing I just wanted to give you, as a tool, you have control of this. This is why I started with, there's nothing or no one more powerful than you. If you being clairvoyant is a tool for you to use, awesome, but if you're going about your day, you can turn it off. It's like a light switch. So you have control over when you turn it on, when you turn it off. So you don't have to walk around with it on all the time. Now that's a choice. You can leave it on all the time too, but just know that if it's not appropriate for you or it doesn't work for you to have it on all the time, you have the controls. Yeah. Our gifts are to help us along our journey, not a sideshow. Don't throw your pearls to pigs, for they will trample them. Yeah, yeah. Just be aware of who you're talking to about them. And one of the things that I do, this is a tool from Access Conscious, is just ask, can this person hear it? And if they can't hear it, then just keep it to yourself. Think about your gifts, whatever they are right now, especially if you're brand new, as just for me, just for fun, never tell anyone. Because you don't want somebody to trample on your gifts when you're just discovering them, right? So just have some time where you can just be like, okay, I'm just exploring this, but I'm not going to tell anybody this is happening for me. This is for new people. If you're seasoned, then you probably know that you shouldn't tell certain people and tell other people. um uh-oh, somebody says they can't hear me anymore. Can everybody else still hear me? Yeah. And I'm sorry to hear that. Matthew said, I had a stark reminder of this recently. I tried to talk to people with my gifts and they largely put me down. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Sean. So Sean says, I love that we are continuing to cultivate this stuff in Psychic University. Yay. I'm so glad everybody else can still hear me. Hopefully, whoever couldn't hear me can hear me now. um, so yeah, I hope this helps and contributes. I'd really just like to encourage you again. This is a safe place, and lift each other up, have each other's back, and more than anything, have your own back. And I'd even think about that when you're posting things in the group. Just be like, can the people in this group receive this? Because maybe they can't, maybe they don't understand it, right? So some of your gifts again might just be for you, just for fun, until you get the ping that, hey, this person can receive this, or this, there are people that might understand this. Cool. Awesome. But I am just so tickled pink to have all of you here, and thank you for all of those of you who joined me today. I really hope it contributed, and we'll have another live stream next Thursday. New time and date is going to be on Thursdays at this time. And if you didn't see it already, we do have the free Talk to the Entities taster will also be next Thursday. It'll be later in the day. And if you can join us for that, let me know. And what else? Oh, and if you'd like more information about Psychic University, since Sean brought it up, let me know. Give me a, I'd like more in your comments below, and then I'll just contact you personally and we'll set up a time to chat. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.